Have you ever felt close to someone, only to suddenly feel them pull away without a clear reason? One moment, they seem interested, present, and emotionally available, and the next, they become distant, quiet, or hard to reach. It leaves you confused, overthinking everything you said or did, and often blaming yourself. You start asking questions like, did I do something wrong? Or was I too much? But the deeper truth is, this pattern is often not about you at all. It's about how they learned to experience closeness. When someone has an avoidant attachment style, emotional intimacy can feel overwhelming instead of comforting. Even if they genuinely like you, even if they enjoy your presence, there comes a point where the closeness starts to trigger something deeper inside them. And instead of moving closer, their instinct is to create distance. Not because they don't care, but because, at a subconscious level, closeness feels unsafe. This pattern doesn't just appear randomly in adulthood. It usually starts in childhood. If someone grew up in an environment where emotions were dismissed, ignored, or even criticized, they may have learned early on that expressing feelings is not safe. Maybe they were told to stop crying, to handle things on their own, or they simply didn't receive emotional support when they needed it. Over time, they adapted by becoming self-reliant and emotionally independent. As a child, this adaptation makes sense. If your emotional needs aren't met, you learn to meet them yourself. You stop expecting comfort from others, and you begin to rely only on your own strength. But as an adult, this same pattern creates distance in relationships. Because now, when someone tries to get emotionally close, it feels uncomfortable and threatening. One of the biggest reasons avoidant people push others away is because closeness challenges their sense of control. When you allow someone to affect you, their actions start to matter. For someone who learned to depend only on themselves, this can feel like losing control. So creating distance becomes a way to regain that control. You might notice a shift when the relationship starts getting deeper. In the beginning, things may feel exciting and easy. But as emotional expectations grow, the avoidant person may start to pull back. They might respond less, avoid deeper conversations, or become emotionally unavailable. It can feel sudden to you, but internally, they are managing discomfort. Another major factor is the fear of vulnerability. Being vulnerable means opening up, expressing feelings, and allowing someone to see your true self. But for someone with avoidant tendencies, vulnerability can feel risky. It can bring up fears of being judged, rejected, or emotionally exposed. So instead of taking that risk, they choose distance. It feels safer to stay guarded than to open up and potentially get hurt. Avoidant individuals also tend to value independence very highly. They often see themselves as strong, self-sufficient, and capable of handling things alone. In this context, independence can become a barrier. When a relationship requires emotional availability, it can feel like pressure or obligation. Another common behavior is emotional shutdown. When things become overwhelming, instead of expressing what they feel, avoidant individuals often withdraw completely. They may go silent, avoid communication, or distract themselves with work or hobbies. This leaves the other person feeling ignored and confused. Conflict is also something they tend to avoid. Rather than addressing issues directly, they may choose distance as a way to cope. If something feels intense, they might step back. This makes it difficult to resolve problems because the other person is trying to fix the unspoken. This dynamic becomes intense when paired with an anxious attachment style. The more one seeks closeness, the more the avoidant person pulls away. And the more they pull away, the more the other person feels anxious and tries to close the distance. This creates an exhausting cycle. But here's the most important thing. When an avoidant person pushes you away, it is not a reflection of your worth. It does not mean you are too much or too needy. It means your emotional openness is triggering something they aren't ready to handle. Their reaction is about their internal patterns, not your value. Understanding this awareness gives you the power to respond differently. One of the most important things you can do is to stop chasing. The more pressure they feel, the more they withdraw. So instead of chasing, it's important to stay grounded and give space without abandoning yourself in the process. At the same time, you need to stay connected to your own needs. Wanting consistency and emotional presence is not wrong. Communication plays a key role. Instead of reacting emotionally, try expressing your needs calmly and clearly. For example, you might say, "I value open communication rather than criticizing." This creates a safer environment for dialogue. However, It's important to be realistic. Not everyone is ready to change. Avoidant patterns can only shift when the person is willing. Boundaries are essential. They are not about controlling others, they are about protecting your own emotional well-being. They allow you to stay connected to yourself even when someone else is pulling away. Healing this dynamic requires awareness on both sides. Avoidant individuals can learn to become more open, and for you, it means understanding your own patterns and choosing relationships that align with your needs. The truth is, you deserve a relationship where closeness is not something to be feared, but something that is welcomed. Real connection is built on mutual effort and emotional safety, even when things get deeper. The moment you understand this, you stop trying to convince someone to stay and start choosing the kind of connection you deserve.